And at new at 10, community members from Hermantown, Solway Township, and Midway Township gathered together to stand up against the proposed data center. Over 100 concerned community members met in Solway's town hall to make a plan for the Hermantown City Council meeting Monday, working on creating petitions and continually speaking out at city council meetings against the proposed data center in Hermantown, which was made public in September. Tonight, volunteers contributed their own money towards making signs and flyers. They also collaborated on research into city council documents and the effects of current data centers in the U.S., all in preparation for tomorrow's meeting.
It just really kind of spelled out to me that this is big money and the regular people. This is all about big money, and they're finding rural and suburban areas.
They also believe that if community members come together as a united front, it will be intimidating to government officials.
You have to put yourselves in their position. What are they afraid of? And that's what we need to do, whatever you think they're afraid of, and that's human bodies.
Some residents are also looking into filing a lawsuit with the Minnesota Center for Environmental Advocacy, who have already filed lawsuits against 2 other proposed Minnesota data centers. One of the main issues that has the community scratching their heads from day one is all they're being told is that it's a project proposed by a mystery company that is a Fortune 50 company.